Hey guys, James McBride here. In the midst of COVID, here we sit, right? Um, that's the CBIT back there, the Center for Business and Technology, blah, blah, blah. Wonderful building that I work in. And hopefully I'll be back in there, but I did want to give you an update before we go on with the little thing I want you to do and let you know that in the fall, if anybody's planning on taking classes, they will start online unless things change here locally within the next few weeks. We'll be starting online, and then we will try to figure out some kind of hybrid situation, which would be fantastic. So, what that means is if you are not here locally and you are concerned about taking any of the classes that I offer and wondering, can I take those because I don't even live there? Yes, you can, because they will be online. And I always try to work with my students. And just so you know, because a lot of people will think, oh, well, online, that's going to be easier. McBride's going to do this or that. I usually try to make sure that it's pretty balanced. Online, as you probably have learned a little from this one, can be very difficult to do. And it's a lot easier face to face when you have an instructor and you can say, what the heck is this, right? So, in any case, that's the update on that. We'll be going online unless things change in the next couple of weeks. So sign up for whatever you want. I also want to share my screen here with you and give you the opportunity to see something. I've had several questions about this. Move that down so I can actually see it without this control in the way. This is CMP 100, and this is the one I've been pushing for quite a while because it really does give students much more than they think it's going to give them. A few of you are actually done, and I wouldn't mind you commenting in the discussion post on it. But I wanted to show you. I've been getting questions on what do I do now? What next? And this honestly would be the class that you should take with other classes that you're taking. So ask me questions, send me an email. I can make a custom video just for you answering your questions, or we can get on Zoom and talk back and forth, whatever, so that you have a really good idea of what you want to do. But I wanted to show you real quick that in CMP 100, this is what we do. We start with what does it take to be successful in education? And that's important. And the reason is because it affects this job success. Technology is one of those areas where you have to really like learning and you have to like what you're learning. And so that doesn't change. If you can be successful in your education, then that portion of your job you'll be successful in, because you can't just say, well, I don't know. I don't know what the answer to that is. Well, it's your job to know the answer. So, you got to find it. And so then we move on to the careers. So we move straight into, hey, these are the careers that are out there. We do that for a couple of weeks and really have you look at all the different stuff that's out there, because we can get very myopic or very narrow view of what's really going on out there and go, oh, well, there's just customer service and programming or networking and security. There's like 4 things you can do. No, there's hundreds of thousands of things you can do. And you can be very specific about certain things, or you can be very broad. And so we discuss careers for a couple of weeks. And then of course, job success. And this is where I usually have students, when they remark on the class, they'll usually say everybody in EA needs to take this class, not just people in technology, because of this job success that we talk about here. Uh, really, what does it take? What makes you successful in that job? And all those intrinsic things, not just, oh, I know how to answer that question. And then we map your career to your educational future. Like, what do you need to do to get to that point? If this is what you want to do with your career and your job, then do you need certifications for that? Do you need to go on to ASU or something? What part of that do you need to really concern yourself with? So trying to give you a really solid thing there. And then from there, we go on with different social theories about, how technology is accepted and propagated through our society. and tied into that is the history. So you can see that the last portion, we try to cool down a little bit, as I would say. We try to relax a little more and try to get these broader concepts into our head, because I want my students to not just be successful, I want them to be heads and shoulders above who they're competing with. I want them to be able to go into an interview and say, yeah, I took a class on this. And people are like, what? Wow. Or, yeah, this is what I think about this technology, and we need to watch for these things. And they're just like, okay, wow, we actually have somebody here that's not just customer service rep. They're going to move on from there, because that's what companies are looking for. And so we go into quite a bit of that, of how do you interpret what's happening around you? How do you get an idea for what will really affect our society? All right, now on to the assignment. So let's go ahead and just dig in, and let me talk to you a little bit about that. Sorry, I got all these little windows open in my way. All right, so what now? What happens after the certification? And what I'm looking for here is, what do you plan on doing? And so behind the scenes, what's been happening is Google is really involved in trying to improve this. And as you know, there's been some spots within this course where you've had to go from, step A to step D, E, G, K, Y, and it's a large leap to take. They want feedback on how this is working. They want the certification to mean more and more. And that's good, because then that means it's going to be mean more and more on your resume. So, did you enjoy the course? That's a basic one. And then what do you think about the certification? What are the positives about it? What are the negatives about it? And again, that's not just for me, that I do want to know that, but I already, from an educational standpoint, see some massive positives and some negatives too. What do you think about it? And then, did the certification help you know if you have an interest in the area? I've had a lot of students come in and take these courses, and they don't know if they like the area or not. And you may have been one of those students. And by the time you get to the end, you're like, I finished the course and I got certified, but I don't want to do this stuff. Or you may be on the other end of that. I finished this course, I got certified. Where's more? I want to know more. How can I really be successful in this? So let me know if it helped you know if you had an interest in the area. And then, where do you plan on going from here? Are you going to put that certification down on your resume and immediately try to find a job? Are you looking for more training and take like CMP 151, about A+ certification? Or, no, I'm not going to go into IT at all. Let me know. Put that information down. And then finally, keep in touch. That's my email address. You can get with me, obviously, off of the EAC's page all the time. It's there. Let me know how life's going. What did you end up doing? I share these things actually in that 100 class a lot. So any student that comes and tells me, hey, this is what I'm doing now, and I really love it, I share it in 100. I let them know I had a student, this is what they were doing. Now they're getting paid this, doing this specific thing. It's very informative for me to know that. So please keep in touch. And I hope you have enjoyed the course. Post in the discussion, just, a general response to what I have asked there. And then on the survey, answer those questions, and you'll get a ton of points for both of those. And take care of yourself. Keep yourself out of danger. And we'll talk to you later.